What's up, YouTube? So, it's been a hell of a week, let me tell you what. About the beginning of the week, Texas got hit with some, well, not just Texas, the whole South got hit with some weather we're not used to. And it made everything go to shit. So my week kind of started out something like this. Well, not really the start of this week, but really the end of last week and into this week. So first ice storm hit on Thursday, and Thursday morning I was asleep and in the company yard in Denton when that big accident happened up in down in Fort Worth. And I really didn't leave until later that day, heading out to East Texas, out to Longview. And the way the ice actually hit, it kind of like went below into Fort Worth, and then kind of dropped down to the south, to the east, but really just kind of hit the central Texas area. So I didn't really see too much going on in Longview. There was a few accidents on the way out there, a couple of slick spots, but no big deal. From Longview, I went back to Dallas, picked up another load, going down to Houston. And once again, you know, I was on that eastern side on I-45, so I really didn't see it. I kind of ran into a little bit of it coming down through the central part around Fairfield and Buffalo and whatnot. But still really didn't affect me. So, Friday afternoon, my dispatcher called when I was on my way to Houston. And she's like, got a load for you on Monday, but I don't have anything for you this weekend, so go to the house. I like going to the house, but I just come off home time. So I asked her, am I going to get paid for it? You don't get paid if you're at the house, which is understandable, but the fact is that I just took home time. It kind of irritated the hell out of me. So I went to the house, and my house got slammed with ice. And so I tried to park in front of the house, and it got real sketchy real quick. So I ended up parking my truck down at the gas station down the road, which is a good thing, because I would have never gotten out of my front yard. I almost took out my fence trying to park it in front of the house. And they generally don't allow truck parking. They used to, but the owner of the property is kind of a douche who doesn't want trucks on his property anymore. But the guy who runs the gas station allowed me to park there for a couple days, knowing that knowing that the ice would be really bad, and there's a couple of hills up in the area where I live. It's a real tiny town, and pretty much everybody knows each other. So I parked my truck up, and Saturday night, it starts snowing. All day Sunday, it's snowing. I go to get my load on Monday, and by this time, Texas is in full-on disaster mode. People don't have power. People don't have water. Roads are straight shit. We don't have snowplows or salt trucks. So I slowly trudge my way up to Waco, Texas to try to get this load, and the yard is completely closed. And because the roads are shit, no one's got any power, no one's got any water, no one can pump fuel, all the truck stops are full. So take my ass back to the house. Sit at the house overnight. Next morning, I call my driver manager, say, hey, can you verify this place is open? They verify the place is open for me. Say, all right, head up there. And right as I'm getting to my truck to go do my pre-trip inspection, driver manager calls me back, says, hey, they don't have power, they're closed. Stay where you're at. So go back to the house. 2 hours later, they say, okay, we canceled that load. We've got another load for you up in Fort Worth. Go ahead and get going. So I slowly trudge my way up to Fort Worth and get to Tyson Chicken. There's 2 facilities for Tyson Chicken, so this is facility number 1. I get there and fucking ghost town. I sit there, I call every number I have, I call my driver manager, I call the broker. Finally, they're just like, leave. So I go back to Denton, up to the yard, thinking, all right, got a place to park. Denton yard, covered in snow, ice, trucks and trailers just put wherever the fuck somebody thought about putting them. Get up the next morning to a phone call that says, hey, we got a preload that needs to be delivered this morning. Can you run that down the road? 10 miles, no big deal. So I dropped the trailer I had, get ready to grab the preload, and the lead mechanic in the yard, the shop supervisor, he grabs me and says, hey man, can you help me rearrange this shithole? Because like I said, there's trucks and trailers everywhere. So I start moving trailers around until I got to leave, grab my trailer, roll out. I actually get right in the door, get unloaded. It was amazing because there's like 50 trucks lined up, but apparently they were waiting on my truck to get unloaded so they could load up all those other trucks. Got unloaded real quick, back to the yard, still a shithole, thinking, all right, well, at least they got power back. I can go get a shower. Nope, I walk into the shop and to shoot the shit with the lead mechanic, and he's mopping up a floor because he had a busted water line froze. So, no shower for me. Now, this is Wednesday. So, I'd actually had a shower the day before when I left the house. So, not that big a deal. And then they start walking the yard, and they need trailers filled. So, they grab me, and at first the diesel pump there's not working because the pump is all frozen and gelled up, and then the internet's out, and then the power's out, and the power comes back up. And so I was getting ready to make a 30-mile run to go get fuel after I called like 25 truck stops in the area. Found one that was not my company's network, and I was going to have to call a fuel manager and get special authorization. And all of a sudden the internet and the power comes back on, and we go to fuel up my trailer, and it takes 45 minutes to pump 20 gallons. And then I had to fill my truck up because my truck was on E. Took 2 hours to pump 120 gallons. So then I stayed the night there. Next morning they sent me on a load that picked up in Fort Worth at Tyson facility number 2, going to here, Amarillo, Texas. Picks up on Thursday morning, delivers at 05 in the morning on Friday morning. So I show up to Tyson, and they get me in the door immediately, and I'm just kind of sitting there chilling with my truck in the door, and this yard worker comes out and says, hey man, we ain't got enough room in here. I need you to drop the trailer, and there's a yard to park across the street. Too easy. It's understandable. Some places have that kind of stuff. Run over to the yard across the street, and I wait. And I wait. And I wait. And I get ready to go take a nap because I know I've got to be there super early. So I go to lay down, and the broker calls. Hey, have you left yet? Nope, not yet. This happened every hour for the next 16 hours. Every hour the broker calls me. I can't turn my phone off because I'm waiting for the shipper to call me and say, hey, come get your trailer. I end up spending the night there and leaving the next morning on 5 hours of sleep. Drive all the way to Amarillo, get to Amarillo instead of at 5 a.m. Friday morning. I get to Amarillo at 1300 on Friday, and they say, oh, we're closed for the day, so go ahead and go back to the truck stop. We'll give you a call. 03 this morning, they gave me a call. Well, that chain of events is still paying for itself. I was supposed to pick up a load at noon yesterday, just down the road at another Tyson facility that was supposed to be delivering in San Antonio right now as we speak. And then Austin a little bit later. So I'm still behind schedule. It's still a shit show. And it's been a hell of a week. Now, another thing I want new guys in the truck to think about is how you, or what you keep on the truck. This week has been a shit show, and there's a few things I'm glad I've had on the truck that have covered my ass. One, I always got a light jacket, but I also got a medium jacket and got a heavy jacket, because you never know, especially if you're running the south, if it's going to be 70 this week and -3 next week. I got winter boots and gloves on the truck. And I always keep about a 4 to 5 day supply of non-perishable food. Tuna fish packets, canned soups, Dinty Moore meals. Basically, they're kind of like MREs, the Dinty Moore meals, but probably taste worse. But they keep you alive. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all, because this is the week from hell that still ain't over. And it's just part of the life. Sometimes you got to deal with it. I will catch y'all later. And as always, attack life. Never apologize.